지금 다운로드 받으세요.
Attacking that planetary really did cost him, and TUI just finished it out in a beautiful manner. Great game there.
So we are going to jump into Zest versus Reality here in just a bit. Another PVT, our second of the night.
Yeah.
And this should be another good one. You know, you were saying that all the Samsung players have a chance, and Reality definitely does here as well.
Yeah, Reality's playing very well recently, especially his TVT is looking really on point, which, by the way, that makes me a little bit nervous about Maru against Reality and Code.
Yeah, because I mean that's a little bit scary.
He took out Ryung the other day. You were casting that, right? And that was like sick play.
He played it really well.
Doesn't necessarily transition over to TVP, but he is playing very well, at least in that recent game that we saw.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's getting his confidence here at Pro League, whereas Zest just got bopped by MC, one of the smartest players, actually. We were talking about this before the matches. That guy he just knows how to win. You know, at any point, he's like, oh, how do I win from here? Oh, this is how I win. Okay, I'm going to do that. You know, whereas other players, they just have trouble figuring it out, you know? What do I do now? Like, oh, I don't know. Let me just attack into a planetary. Doesn't really work that way.
I don't think anyone has more experience than MC. Can you think of anyone? He's played since GSL Season 1. He was one of the top players in the ladder during the beta.
Starcraft 2, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
he has like the most experience, basically. So
yeah,
and he's played in every scene too. He's seen everything the meta can throw at you. So.
He's like the most seasoned veteran, I guess, of this game right now.
This is, and look, he's such an epic player that we're sitting here in Pro League and he's not playing tonight, and like we're talking about him.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of funny too, right? It's like MC is stealing the show everywhere.
You guys were talking about MC in like set 1 last night, even though he was like set 3. You're like, oh my god, those games are going to be so sick as Forte gets wrecked by Beyond. Like, just wait, guys, it's going to be awesome.
The night's going to improve, I promise.
Yeah.
Tonight already looking really good. Nice 22-minute game there. What odds do you give Reality here?
I give him like 30%.
Yeah,
I'd say
that's pretty fair.
30?
I would say.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's a best of one. Obviously, they're going to be playing on Dusk Towers. So, well, Dusk makes it kind of hard. I think Zest is just unbelievably good on this map.
Yeah, and he is 4-0 against Terran so far in Pro League. So, looking quite good in the matchup. Always has been really good. And Reality, though, I mean, that's a better record than last year, right? He's sitting at 7-4. That's actually pretty good, considering the players that you play in Pro League all the time. Like, he's playing Zest, he's playing against Mari. You know, even Ryung's a great player.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, I think he's really one of the players stepping up for Samsung right now. And they do need some of their players to step up, especially considering, you know, their Hurricane's having a very tough time right now.
Yeah, he's not even in the lineup. They're bringing in Bravo, bringing in Solar, too. Which
very excited about that.
Yeah,
I really hope we get there.
So even though Reality has a chance, it's hard to vote against Zest.
Yeah,
I mean,
I vote for Zest.
You don't vote against Zest, basically. Even now after losing to MC. So guys, let's jump into game number 2 now on Dutch Towers. Up here in the top right in the red for KT Rolster, the best Protoss in the world, it is Zest.
So good.
Down in the bottom left in the blue for Samsung, it is Reality.
He's also really good. Yeah, man. All right, Zest. Show us your stuff. Always a pleasure to watch him.
Yeah.
The guy is so strong. Like, we've never actually had a player that was that far ahead of the meta, I think, in StarCraft 2. Like, when he started showing off the gateway style, it was like, whoa, this is some new stuff. But I will see what he goes with tonight. You know, is he going to play his predictable style? I think probably. But Reality should have something prepared for this. Let's not forget. I mean, he has, like, basically the best coach you could ask for to find a way to kill Zest, which is Stork.
Yeah, I mean, Stork himself, a Protoss player. You're getting a lot of feedback from that kind of thing. Stork knows when Protoss is going to be weak, when you should attack, what you should abuse, timing, stuff like that. And he's just a fantastic coach in general as well. So I think this is going to be a bit of a longer one, right? Dusk Towers always lends itself to these, you know, drawn out, you know, 3, 4 base, even 5 base games. So
it's super hard to kill somebody on this map, especially someone like Zest, where you just can't damage them early. So I wouldn't imagine it's going to be a very cheesy build from Reality. And of course, Reality has played countless very long games, as you quite well know, Valdez.
Oh, yeah. Me and Wolf were on this exact stage on, I think it was December 2014.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we were here for about an hour and a half,
yeah.
but the game time was like 2.5 hours. It was insane.
It was.
And then they played a regame, which was 50 minutes long game time, so.
And
yeah.
The funny thing, I mean, guys, if you haven't seen that match, it was actually an epic match that had to end in a draw. Sulky versus Reality.
Yeah, it was on Star
Heart of the
Station.
Storm. Yeah.
There was like a big hole in the middle of the map, and there were swarm hosts against mech. And they just
chasing the
swarm hosts around and around and around.
And that was
could never kill them.
Yeah, they could not kill each other. It was so sick, and Game 2 almost went into that as well.
Yeah.
But luckily, Sulky just like killed him just before that happened again.
Found that timing before the mech death ball was too big.
A classic game. Classic game. By the way, Zest is mixing up a little bit with a proxy Stargate.
Yeah, this is probably something that Reality is not going to expect. Not something that Zest shows off all too often. And can definitely get you a lot of damage early on, especially when it's proxy. It's pretty close, too. I like that position.
It's a pretty hidden spot. Like, you wouldn't normally even really look there. The common proxy spots you're much more likely to check. So looks like it's going to go towards that back natural first. And a siege tank is on the way, not a cyclone. So definitely have to point that out. If it was a cyclone, you'd have a much better time defending against this.
And if it were a cyclone, that would be Gumio in the booth, not Reality. Like, Gumio just makes a cyclone every single time.
Yeah.
So, some other Terrans are doing it too.
Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo.
Those two.
He's the other guy, yeah.
They're the cyclone guys.
Yeah.
I like it too. I think it's a really cool style, and it helps a lot against builds like this. So look at this. He has one Oracle out, a second on the way. I don't think it's going to fly by that depot, just barely.
Yeah, squeaks by. And the Marines go outside the base. Oh, there's nothing in the back door.
Painful. Oh, my God. Oh, a little bit of mismicro there by Zest, but still getting good damage so far. Gets a mule, lost my time, 2 SCs.
Look at this. I mean, he's trying to drop out Marines to chase the Oracle. Unfortunately, the micro wasn't super on point there for Zest, so he only gets 4 SCVs, but getting a nice bit of damage, not bad.
Yeah, and, he has that second one, so the harassment isn't done. The Oracle is just a fantastic unit. He can continue to scout. Look at this. He's baiting over units so he can fly in with the second Oracle, and bam, he does. Oh, my God.
Oh, that full mule. It got like 1 trip. Oh, but look at this. The Cyclone. Oh, it gets away.
Wow.
Just barely. And at the same time, this other Oracle swoops in, kills a bunch of Marines, it looks like.
Jeez, Zest really getting some damage done here. In the meantime, he has taken his third Nexus. It's already up, and now teching and everything as well. Both Oracles are alive, so that's kind of keeping Reality back. If he had killed one or both, he might be able to, go over there, push, try to mess it up a little bit for Zest, but Zest is in like a perfect spot.
Yeah, I mean, that Oracle got a lot of kills on the Marines, so I think it killed 4, because it got 4 SCV kills to start, and it had 8 kills once we got to look at it. And looking at Reality's army now, he has a Cyclone, a tank, a medevac, and 6 Marines. You're not going to push across the map anytime soon. He's getting his third base so late compared to Zest, and it's not even at the third base location. He's going to have to fly that over. And Zest is just getting all the techs in the world. He is like so far ahead in this game.
Yeah, this is the type of situation where you don't expect Zest to ever fall behind.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of tells me more and more that Reality should be trying to push for a long game. Absolutely no way that he's going to finish Zest off. So if he can turtle up, if he can stay alive, see, that's the tough part, though. Zest macros so fluidly with this type of build that he's going to have enough units to deny a third base for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to park himself at the bottom of that ramp. He's already got a Void Ray, too. It looks like that's just for Liberators. He wants to keep that at home and defend and make sure he doesn't die to anything like that. But he's got these Adepts over here. The Oracles are sticking around, always threatening, keeping the units back in the base.
Yeah, he just cannot even afford to try to take his third quite yet. Notice that Reality is adding a couple eBays, kind of getting all the upgrades. To win this game, it is a long way away for Reality. It is a long game of defending a lot so Zest doesn't kill you.
Yeah, and look at this. Third base up for a while now for Zest. He's making 5 more gateways. Dark Shrine, too. It looks like he wants to put Dark Templar with that Warp Prism into the back door. Let me check if there's actually a turret back there. No turret, even though there are 2 engineering bays. So, I mean, Zest likes to mix in the Dark Templar quite often, so I would like to see him, maybe just add a couple of turrets, and there he goes. He's beginning to add them.
Yeah, I think he's going to need some anyways, because there's no doubt that Warp Prism play is coming. Like, every good Protoss is going to be trying to harass you, especially as you expand out. Zest, at the moment, getting into his blink, already has that Glaives upgrade, taking that 4th base as well. Marching across the map, I don't think he's going to try to kill right now, but he does have a hell of a lot of gateways.
Yeah, that he does. He can definitely put on the pressure. Here we go. Warp Prism coming into the back door. 1 turret is not going to do it. And here come the Adepts. That Dark Shrine is about to finish, too. Looks like he's not going to wait for it. He's just going to warp in more Adepts.
Oh, man, that is really rough. In the meantime, he is hitting the front as well. Liberation zones going up. It looks like he's pretty safe up there.
Yeah, and look at that. He threatens it. He shades up the ramp, but he doesn't actually commit to it. And he's just fighting against this bio. Like, he has enough Adepts to just do this. And he's going to warp in more. He's like, okay, man, you're never going to take this backdoor base ever again. This is mine now. This is Protoss territory.
He's going to drop a Nexus there soon. No, man, he just, look at that. Shades on top of the army of Reality. He just has no chance.
Yeah. Reality has to pick up in his own base. He's like, I got to get out of here. My harass in my own base is not working out. Here we go. I mean, it's going to be hard to fight against this, obviously. With
he just doesn't have the units.
Yeah.
He is just so far back. Look at this. He's warping everything. He's warping in Stalkers back here. Are you kidding me? When's the last time you saw something like that?
Zest just does this to people on Dust Towers. He did something like this to Hush, where he went Phoenixes and began lifting up Blink Stalkers, and Hush just like couldn't even walk in his own base. This is like what's happening in this game too. Reality's like, I guess I just can't even live in my own base.
Yeah, it's not his base anymore. Look at it. They walk out. They came in through a prism. They're going to walk out the front door after killing so much.
He had to lift his backdoor base. There's Stalkers back here, DTs.
I can't believe he's warping Stalkers back here. This is like a shocking thing that I'm watching. I have never seen someone warp in all of that and then warp in Stalkers as well. It's like so weird to see.
Yeah, I mean the Stalkers obviously not going to do too well against this bio ball, but he doesn't have a backdoor base. He no longer has a 3rd base. He's lost any defense he has, and that's just going to be Zest strolling up into his base and bopping him, man.
This was so one-sided. This was so ridiculous.
Zest is playing with that Bop It toy right now. He's not even playing against Reality.
Spin it. Whack it.
Pull it.
Yeah. And at the end, bop it, and poor Reality goes down.
He just scans all over the map. He's like, okay, whatever. GG. Zest. Just doing Zest things and taking out Reality with flying colors.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, man.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Well, we kind of expected these first 2 matches to go like that. Those are like 2 of the best players in the entire world right now, if not the best 2 players. So, okay, 2-0 start. Yeah. Trust versus Bravo, though. I think that this one can really be a good match.
Yeah, this is the one game that I actually expect Samsung to take.
Oh, you predicted Bravo?
Yeah, I took Bravo for this one.
He's playing really well recently. His TVP is on point.
His TVP is great. He has more experience than Trust. I feel like he's more reliable as a pick, I feel. Trust, I feel like he hasn't shown me that I can rely on him to, win consistently, especially in a weird spot like this, where Trust, he was 5-0, and then he felt the pressure that he just needed 1 win, right?
Yeah.
So maybe he's put the pressure on him now where he's like, I just want to get this 1 win, and if he's feeling any kind of that pressure, I think we might see some of those similar games when he went 0-5.
It's good analysis, actually, because, you think you'd feel a lot of pressure in individual leagues, but when you're playing for your entire team and they're relying on you, and, he has a spot over, sick veterans, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like Jakji, Lucera, Lenok. But he's here to win, so with that pressure on his shoulders, he might fall apart.
Guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more SPL.